Hey y'all, my name is Ruh-Sean. I'm 24. I'm from Chicago, and this is my testimony. All right, so before 2024 was January 1st, I, I owned the title of LGBT, and I was, drinking. I was all over the place, like confused and like angry. And at the time, or before the time, I did have like dad issues. So I meet up with guys or hook up with guys. Um, like for like, you know, what I'm saying is I'll hook up with them and ask for like, hey, can we hang out? But in my mind, it's just, can we hang out? Can we like have like be friends and like get to know each other and like, just enjoy the world, travel, go to bowling, movies, having a male figure around me. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the whole point. I never had a male figure growing up. I've always been around like my mother, my sisters, my grandmother, my auntie, my cousins, girl cousins, and I never had a real like authentic, genuine like standby male figure in the flesh next to me, just been like guiding me, giving me positiveness, showing me like to be a male, um to be confident, etc., etc. So I would meet up with these guys, and then their intentions were automatically get to know me so they can get into my drawers and to get into my, to have sex with me. And I always thought like, oh, okay, maybe this is the way to build a relationship with God, is to, talk for a certain amount of time and have intercourse. And then that was just my thought of like love. Like, okay, um, maybe I gotta dress this way, maybe I gotta do this way to get this guy, so I can be in love with him, so I can give him that pleasure. And when I get done with the situation, I feel disgusted, I feel used, I feel like, ugh, like why did I do this? And then it was just kept being a repetitive thing. And I used to go to Steamworks in Chicago. I'm currently in Dallas right now, but Steamworks, I used to go to Chicago to the bath. It's a bathhouse, and I used to like wanted this attention from male, um, just to have that attention, just to have that male figure around me. But it was like more so like not per se to have intercourse. It was more to like relax in a steam room or just meet guys and just see where their minds at. But of course, it's the bathhouse. They just want to have, intercourse. So I'm like, okay, cool. But then I kind of step back and I'm like, okay, guys just want sex. This is all about. It's all about sex, sex, sex. So now I'm like, okay, cool. I step back and I'm like, nah, this ain't for me. So at the time, um, I was trying to be a dancer. I got denied four times because I'm like, if guys like my body, they're telling me they like my body and I'm very handsome and all this other stuff. I'm like, well, what can I do to make this a living, or what can I do to entice this situation? So I um was like, okay, let me try to be a stripper. Let me be a dancer. So I did like 4 auditions, and I got denied the whole time. So I'm like, okay, what's really going on? Why can I not exceed that situation? So I stepped back from that, and then I went to OnlyFans because I'm like, I was on social media and like guys, making money, also like OnlyFans from having like intercourse with guys. So I'm like, okay, well maybe I can do that. Maybe I can proceed for that. Maybe I can do that because I do have a nice body and everything. And I got the looks, whatever everybody telling me. So I kind of like went to social media with it and promoted it. And I'm like, why? I got a new phone for this. Like I bought a new phone, which I'm on right now, to like take nice pictures, professional pictures, you know, like in underwear and all this other stuff. But I'm like, I'm not getting no attention. I'm promoting it, and I get no sales. No one is buying my stuff. So I'm just like, why is no one buying my stuff? Why am I not getting no attention, receiving attention? So I'm like, okay, cool. So then, I took it down. Then at the time, my favorite artist of rap is Iggy Azalea. Don't judge me. That's just what it is. That's who I really love because she was most hated, but she was talented, but she just kind of took over the hip hop as a vanilla girl. That's why everybody got mad. But I respect her because she was different. But at the time she started doing the OnlyFans. So I was like, okay, let me bring my stuff back up because of an inspiration, you know, because of me liking her so much. I was like following her. That's the norm. Like when you idolize something, you kind of like gravitate towards it more. So that's why you gotta be careful of what you are feeding your spirit and your energy to. So I kind of idolized that. Okay, she's doing OnlyFans. Maybe I can do OnlyFans too. And I see how, you know, in the blogs and papers or like, yeah, in the blogs and papers, that's she's saying like she's making a lot of money over her, you know, having her because of her body, who she is, and I'm like, okay, cool. So I re-downloaded, took even like more like professional pictures and posted it onto my website on my page. I'm just like, why am I not getting no attention? I'm still not getting attention, so I took it down. And then that was that. Just so y'all know, this is just a big FYI. I've always believed in Jesus. I've always had a relationship with God. But I got closer this year. So December 31st, right? I drunk. Well, I was at the time. I moved to Dallas. I'm starting over, sorry. This stuff is not easy, so just give me the grace, give me the patience, and be calm. I'm gonna get through it. But November 2023, I moved back to Dallas from Chicago, and so I got a job at the Glen, which is in Frisco area. Really nice, really lovely situation. It was cute at the time. Got a host there, and then I had this thing where I'm like, all the bartenders were like, after work, they would give me drinks and stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I saw some coworkers drinking on the clock, and I'm just like, oh, well, maybe I can drink. So I had me one drink during my shift, but then I kind of got away with it because I had to control it, right? And so on the 31st, we had an event, and before I came to work, I dressed up and everything, and I'm like, okay, let me drink something because I know it's gonna be a lot of people at the event. And mind you, y'all, like, just a little backtrack, the reason why I drunk before I got there is because I live in Frisco, y'all, and I love to walk. And that's just, I've been like that since I was a shorty. Like, I love to walk. I will walk hours and hours and hours. So, like, I know Frisco can be like big, but I feel like it's small. So like a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people see me walking. So, you know, when they get into a restaurant or when they get into a certain spot in Frisco, they're like, oh my gosh, see that guy. And I've had several times where people be like, I saw you walking around the streets, or I saw you walking, or I'm like, okay, cool. And I would wear my crop top. Okay, let me go on to that one, and I come back to what I was just talking about. But I would wear my crop top and my shorts, and, you know, I would show off my body, and not because I wanted attention or maybe that is a little bit part of it, but I always want to show off my body because I want people to feel comfortable in their skin, and I want them to let them know like that. Be yourself. Stop worrying about a lot of what about people think about you, and just be yourself. But anyways, going back to what I was saying when I was hosting. So on the 31st, I drunk, and I got drunk on the 31st when I was working. Ball drop. I saw my owner's kiss, and then I did cheers to on my phone, whatever. And then, of course, I had a hangover, and this is January 1st. I had a hangover, and I fell asleep 3 times, right? The third time, y'all, the second time I had sleep paralysis, and sleep paralysis is basically when demons attack you. I don't know if y'all know that, but now you know. When you like can't move, and you like, why I can't, but you see, like you can see around you, but you can't move and you can't talk or nothing, that's called sleep paralysis. And that's when the enemy is trying to attack you. And you have to, when you are being attacked, call Jesus, call Jesus, call Jesus. Like he gonna release you from that. So I had that the second time I slept. Pause. Okay. I don't know if I'm still recording. I don't know if I'm still recording. Okay, I think I am. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm still recording. Okay, sorry. Okay. So I fell asleep the second time, and I felt the paralysis on me. And the third time, I went to sleep, and God literally, I felt in a deep sleep, and God literally took me out of my body, y'all. And I live with my mom, so she's in the other room. I'm in the living room, and so when God took me out of my body, the only thought I had was, don't let my mom see me laying dead, and don't leave my mom. Don't let my mom see my body dead. And then I was like, that was just the thoughts when he took me out of my body. And sorry, I know my chair squeaking. Okay. I was like, when you have an out of body experience, oh my gosh. When you have an out of body experience, it's different. It's a spirit realm. So you will know when your time comes, but everything is fast. Everything is fast. Your senses, your everything is just enticed. Like here, it's not really how it is versus the spirit realm. And going back to what I was saying, I just want to give y'all a little side quotes, side notes. But he took me out of my body, and all I was thinking, like, don't let my mom. I felt like I was dying. Like, when you in your spirit realm, you know things. Like, you know things. Like, no. This chair, and you know what? It's the enemy, y'all. I'm sorry. It's the enemy trying to stop me from doing this testimony. Okay. All right. So, what I was saying, back to what I was saying. Now I got the squeaking and stuff, so I'm just like, whoa, okay. Thank you, Father God. So I was in my body. I got put out of my spirit, the spirit out of my body, and God rose me up. It was quick. Everything is quick. So he rose me up, and he spoke to me, y'all, audibly. And this is not like when people are like, oh, God's talking to me. I'm talking about, I heard his voice. I heard what he was saying. For number one, your You're like an ant to him. You are a small ant to him. And his voice is like 50 million speakers. It's amplified, but it's all behind you. So it's like when people think they're prideful and they think they bigger and better because they richer or they got muscles or they bigger than you or they feel like they this and they that. They're not. They're not. They're like this, literally. And so God is so like patient, so loving, and so like humble and so perfect to let you know to like, okay, he gonna let you do what you gonna do, but he's still there. And that's what I love about God. But he took me in my body, he spoke to me, and it wasn't English, y'all. It was, I think it was Hebrew or it was tongues. He was talking to me, and I woke up and I just started sobbing and crying. I went to my mom's room and I was like, God spoke to me and everything. And after that, y'all, I had deleted. I went to a transformation, y'all. And you know how people smoke weed, they get high? God, I'm gonna give you a natural high. That's how I feel right now, actually. I feel like I'm high. Because God give you this natural high where it's like the love, the peace, the kindness that he gives you. It's like, it's the release of just no worries. And yeah, so after that, I just started deleting like all, started deleting porn. I deleted my OnlyFans pictures, like provocative pictures on my phone. I had to throw away my underwears, my like fishnet shirts. I got rid of a lot of music, y'all, like Nicki Minaj, Iggy. I like all like twerky music and like that, just not right music, like the music that's all about money, sex, drugs, fighting, killing. Excuse me. I had deleted it all. And when you get closer to God, you detach yourself from certain things, and you kind of get this knowledge of what's going on, like the world for what it is. And I'm like, okay, I don't need to be around guys. I don't need to have attention from guys. I don't need to have sex from guys. And that's where the homosexuality lies. And this is what I'm about to get into, y'all. And hear me out, because I know it's about to be them hypocrites and them narrow-minded people for the people in the back. So I'm about to speak to y'all really clear and nice, and I want y'all to hear me out. Just because God saved me does not mean he don't want me to be who I am. So yes, I might do this and I might do that and I talk the way I am. That's because God loved me for who I am. But when you do things, for example, to get in some people's narrow minds, homosexuality, yes, being gay, or not, well, yeah, homosexuality, I'm just clear it up. Homosexuality, that is not what God wants, period, point blank. He don't want two men to have sexual interaction. He don't want two women to have sexual interaction. Also, he don't want a man and female to have sexual interaction without being married. So for people who think, for the straight people that think gay people are abomination, they sins, and they this and that, you're being a hypocrite, because you having sex with this woman or man, y'all have a baby, and y'all not even married. So before you can try to fix somebody else's stuff, fix your own stuff. That's all I'm saying. But yes, homosexuality, that don't mean I'm not supposed to be myself. That means the stuff that I'm doing, stop what I'm doing. Homosexuality, watching porn, that's for anybody. Watching porn, masturbate, that's for anybody. Consuming alcohol to get drunk, that's for anybody. Cursing, that's for anybody. So do not try to point, just because you think your sin is smaller than somebody else, it's not. You think your sin is bigger than somebody else's sin, it's not. Just because, oh, I like guys, and oh, you a murderer, that's not, in my head thinking, that's not for me to be like, oh, well, your sin is bigger than mine, or your sin is smaller than my man. No, it's equal. It's equal. And for the only thing for you to get in the kingdom of heaven and to be close to Jesus is to let him know what you are doing wrong, acknowledge it, and talk to him, build that relationship, and get in the word so you can hear more information about what he really trying to tell you, what he trying to say to you. Because he gonna let you know. The Bible, he gonna let you know. And for me, for my whole life, I've never been the one to put the word down, put the word of God down people's throat, or put force this Christianity agenda onto people, because that's just not. If I'm not being all the way righteous myself, I cannot judge somebody else for not being righteous. That's just what I'm not doing. And it's not, what I really meant to say is, it's not my time and place. It's not my time. It's not for me to do that job, to force the word down their throats. They have to perceive it themselves. And if they want to perceive it from me, that's respect. That's cool, because it giving that person the mature level, or just the open doors, just to see, okay, let me see what's going on. Let me see how can I take from it, or can I can't perceive it. And so it's giving them that motivation, like, okay, let me see what's the word about, or that's not for me. Cool. And I'm just giving you options. That's how I feel. And that's just reality of things. But yeah, I've always wanted everybody to know the word of God. And if you don't want to, cool, I'm gonna respect you. However, I'm not gonna be in the midst of you, because I feel like when the energy that you take from people, or the spirit that you be around with other people's spirit, you feed off that, and then it gets onto your spirit, and then you kind of get into this motion of like anxiety and depression and then confusion, all these things, and you just like, whoa, hold on, let's retract. But yeah, that was a little side note. But back to what I was saying, yeah, the stuff that, just because this is not me saying I'm saved and I'm being a new person, I'm about to get a girlfriend, I'm about to have kids. It's just me telling y'all, like, when you put Jesus number one, and that's just the total of this, what I'm trying to say. When you put Jesus number one and God number one, you are going to feel the need to let these unnecessary worldly things go. Just because you live in a world, you're not of this world. You living in it, but you have to live. You have to be mindful, and you have to be mindful what you do and say in this world, because everything's recorded. And you don't think you're being recorded, but everything's recorded. Everything's recorded, and I'm gonna tell y'all down the line why everything is recorded. Everything is recorded, y'all. Everything. Physically, even when you at the stores, you're being recorded. Spiritually, you're being recorded. God is literally God is right here. God is literally right here. Literally watching you like this. Or he's like this in his throne. He's watching you. He's literally watching you. And, people have these moments of feeling low and feeling down, and they lowest of the lowest, and they will be like, I don't believe in him. No, don't Don't feel that way. Don't feel that way. It's giving you this time to get closer and closer and closer. And he's giving you these tests and he's sending you these darts at you to let you know I just want to see if you're gonna get closer to me. I want to see if your faith is stronger than I feel that I believe I wanted to see if your faith is stronger than I know that it is, or that you can. That he wants to know if are you really capable of, because he knows, God knows everything, but he just want to test you to see if your faith is really strong. So when you are going through a lot of stuff and you are low and you feel like nothing's gonna work out for you, God is right there. Just talk to him, and he gonna move the darkness. He gonna show you that light through the. When it's cloudy, he gonna get that little bit of sun, and it's gonna start beaming up like that, and you gonna be like, "Ooh, I feel so good. I feel great. I feel amazing." Give me a moment, y'all, because this is so like great for me and great for like I love to like make people happy and inspire people and to motivate people, and like I just want the best from people, and I want them to be in heaven with me, and I want to be in heaven. And I remember yesterday, y'all, I had asked God, what can I do and be to be in the book of life? And that's before I got in the shower, and I got in the shower and I talked to him, and then I ordered an Uber, y'all, to work. This was like 20 minutes prior before I had to go to work, and I'm like 10 minutes down the street. And I had ordered Uber, y'all, 2 times, and the first one got canceled and the second one came. And I got in the car with this guy, and he was like, "Can I show you my testimony?" And I was like, "Yes." Like, that's how I know God is watching me. And he was like telling me about his wife, how his wife got divorced with him, and he lost it. Well, his wife tried to like get a new guy and like put his kids with the new guy, post them up on social media. Like, this is like, that's not his family. So like, just trying to like just like be really malicious and evil towards him. And he just got right with the Lord, and he talked to not get right, but he talked to God, y'all. And he was just, I had let him know I was telling him my story, just like I'm telling y'all. Like, he was like, okay, and I was telling him I was drinking, and I'm trying to stop masturbating, watching porn, because I got distracted. Like last month, y'all, I got distracted by this guy, and before I met him, I was groovy, I was good, I was still had my relationship with God, I was still doing my thing. And when I met him, I was like, okay, he a Christian, he's in a church, and I met with him through this other guy. We had like a little bond. It was a guy group, y'all, and I thought it was like the best time, and it was like April. It was the best time in April, y'all, and I thought like this is what I wanted to be around genuine Christian men that's comfortable in themselves. Yes, they like the guys, yes, but they didn't claim that LGBT. They didn't claim that sexualized spirit. They didn't. That's what I wanted. I wanted the guys to be themselves, but not to be so sexualized around me. And that was just my new beginning. Like, that's what people got me misconstrued. Like, just because I'm on the rainbow is because I don't have to act on it, and I don't have to be. I don't even claim. I just like guys, and maybe that's just who I am. And I like girls, but I'm not attracted to them. I mean, I know that they are they're very attractive, like they're very beautiful, but that's just something I won't want to be with per se. And maybe people be like, see, that's why you confused and that's why you all the way. That's on y'all. That's y'all, what y'all want to believe. That's y'all opinion. But God knows my heart. God knows who I am. And that's all that matters. Y'all opinion does not justify me. And y'all, it's just like, stop caring about people thinking about y'all. Literally. Stop caring about people thinking about y'all. But anyways, I was with this guy and he was telling me he's about God, how he was raised up in the church, he was Christian and everything. But then that night when we all hung out for the first time, he was just like, I want to look on your skin. I want to do some other things to you, like just being a sexualized, being this sexualized person, the stereotypical gay person on the low, like a down low person. And I'm like, I was confused. I'm like, didn't you tell me about you being Christian, how you like God, but now you want to have sex with me? So, and I already let y'all know how I felt about the the movement that I'm coming in, and the path that I'm already, like, I'm the walk that I'm doing. And it was just more so like, do you not understand what I'm like trying to do? And so that's in my head. But then I'm like, no, I'm good, I'm cool. So like the third week of us hanging out, I'm talking to him, hanging out, and then the reason why I got so like close to him, because he kept talking about God. And he was just like listening to gospel music. Like, I was like, this is what I love. But then he would be on the slick side, like trying to have sex with me, low key. And then when I had gave in, y'all, and this is what I messed up at. I gave in. We did whatever we did. And the first night, I felt like this like, just because I've done this stuff in my past, it was just more so like when God spoke to me January 1st, it kind of, he reborn me, like literally with his voice. He reborn me. So in April, when I did this stuff, I was like, kind of like a novice. Like, I feel like this is not right, but then it kind of felt good. So I gave into him, and then and I guess when when God's release their happiness, they want to like detour from you, or they be like, oh, I feel bad, blah blah blah, and they wanna guilt trip you for saying, well, it's your fault for giving in, blah blah blah. So then it got into a toxic situation where I'm like, I gotta remove myself from you and the group, because they were like, what are you doing? I guess he was feeling some type of way one day when I had, I had sent him some pictures, and I had some pictures because I trusted him, and I'm like, okay, you already know, we already had a situation where we knew what was going on about my walk, and yes, how we liked each other, but we can't be together because it's still homosexuality. So we knew our bond, but it was still confusion at the same time. But then he went behind my back and told the other guys, and the guy was like, you can't be doing that because we were supposed to build a brotherhood. And in my head, I'm like, I didn't want a brotherhood. I just want to have friends that I can like legitimately talk to Jesus about, hang out, go bowling, just travel and do stuff, do fun activities. Don't put a title on something that I didn't agree to. So they was just trying to like project this whole narrative that was not to be. So then I'm like, I never asked for a brotherhood. Just because I told y'all I never had a male figure, don't use. And this is the thing too. I hate when I tell people things and they take it and they put that against me. That's why I stopped going to the church house too, because a lot of people in the church house are very hypocritical, and that's why I kind of distance myself from the church. But I've always had a relationship with God. I've always knew who he was, and that's why I kept talking to him and always let him know that I'm here and that he's here, period, point blank. But I had to remove myself from them because I'm like, y'all being hypocrite, y'all being judgmental, and the other two guys was together. So you telling me you can't be doing this? It's like y'all it was confusion. I removed myself from all three of them. I was just like, this is not it. So moving fast forward to, I was telling the guy, my Uber driver, I was telling him like, I want to get away from like watch, because that guy that I dealt with in April, he had led me on to watching porn, back to watching porn. And when we watch porn, y'all, it gives you all these gateways to evilness, and it's like all these other like things, that's all these like fetishes and all this other like demonic stuff. It's give you all these open doors, and you open your mind to it. Like you justify your spirit to it, and you just accepting it, and it's not like, nah, that's not what it is. So, yeah, I was like, I want to stop watching porn. I want to stop masturbating. I want to stop drinking. I want to stop cursing. He literally put me over, y'all, and he held my head and prayed over my head. And when I closed my eyes, y'all, I saw a white cross. Like, it was light. And I kind of see it now, but it was like it was bright, y'all. It was bright. It was light when he was praying over my head and he was speaking in tongues. And I felt it. I felt the energy. And then I was late to work, y'all. But needless to say and let me do a little side note and go back. And I'm not gonna throw dirt on those three guys, because they did tell me like, just because we're drinking, just because we doing this and that, you do have your own ability to do what you need to do in your walk of life. Don't let us distract you or deter you from that. You must have strength in your body to continue your walk of life and not to get distracted. But I did I did go to church with them on Easter, and this was since I haven't been to church since 2019. So before I went to church with them, on the way there, I was crying, sobbing, and I was telling them, let them know, like, like, I love them, and I'm just blessed to be in this group, and the enemy is trying to like take me from y'all and a lot of things, and maybe I should reconnect with them, but not with the guy that I was with, because I can't do that. That's just too much. But because I recently did connect with him again, and I kind of see he was still like a hypocrite, manipulative, and very like just not holy, because in the Bible I didn't know that it says something. Don't quote me on it. I'm not really good with Bible verses, but I know that the people, the wolf was hide in the sheep's clothing, and that's why I kind of felt who he was. He was trying to portray this person, but underline, he was not living to what he was supposed to be, and he was, anyways, y'all know what I mean. So I went to church with them, and they really like, I was, before I went to church, I was like, y'all don't be doing the most, don't be falling on the ground, don't be shaking around me, don't be doing all, but I was joking, but I was kind of like underlying a little bit serious. I was like, don't be doing all that stuff. So when I got into church, y'all, I was crying, I was sobbing, I was falling down. The pastor had pointed me out, y'all, walked me up to the stage, saved me, talked to me over, like it was an amazing experience. It was just everything. And I can post that video in a short film, in a short or one on my page if y'all want to go see it. But I'll think about it. But they was there. All three of them that was there when I was going through that, and people might say it was deliverance, but even since January 1st, I already knew what I was. Okay, so January 1st, I just knew that I wasn't angry no more. I knew that God was there. I knew He was always there. I wasn't angry no more. I wasn't confused. I just knew my worth. I knew my worth, and um, yeah. So I was never, away from God. It was just more so like it was bringing this tighter connection that I had with God. It was just a, it was just an, what's the word? Reassurance. Like, I still got you. I still got you. I still got you. I still got you. So that's what I needed. It was never so like I was far from God or I didn't know who Jesus was. I always knew who He was. But this year, it was just that reassurance. And I got a tighter connection with Him to be close to Him, to know who He is. But after that, y'all, this just overall, when you is acknowledged by God and you are saved and you fall short or you fall off, don't get discouraged. God is still there. Jesus is still there. He by your side. Period, point blank. And let me tell y'all this too. When y'all do something wrong or y'all feel like y'all did something wrong where you think you can't forgive yourself or you feel ashamed, talk to God. Stop having that pride or stop trying to be like, oh well, stop letting the enemy get to y'all head. You do something bad, always talk to God and pray for forgiveness and genuinely mean it and feel it. Don't ever think that you are don't ever think that you are like overly bad or overly not qualified to talk to God because you did something bad or wrong. God wants you to go to Him and keep talking to Him and keep letting Him know that you still love Him and that you care and that you want Him to, receive the energy back, receive the word back. Like, don't get into this prideful moment where you just be like, or this discouraged moment where you like, oh, well, I did something wrong. He's not going to forgive me, or I'm going to hell. Whatever the case might be. No. God is still there. God loves you. As long as you accept Jesus and you love God, or you accept Jesus and you accept the Lord, He's going to be there for you. Period, point blank. And I just want to let everybody know, I think I said what I needed to say. Yeah, right now, I don't have the urge to be around guys because I know they just want sex. I don't need to justify myself or make myself to obligate myself to no type of standards for anybody. I don't have to feel obligated to do anything for nobody but to God, to Jesus, to let Him know that I'm here for Him only. All this stuff that we are in, like this worldly stuff, it's for the birds. It's gonna come here and out, come here and out. But your spirit with Jesus and your spirit with Jesus and your connection with Jesus is gonna be there forever. And if you want to be in the book of life, talk to God. Let Him know that you want Him. And you know what? Read your Bible. Get a Bible, order a Bible, read it, and it's gonna give you life. It's gonna give you that yes, it's gonna give you everything. So and be yourself. Be yourself. I heard a lot of testimonies, and God just wants you to be yourself, but He does not want you to act on sinful situations. Having sex without having just lusting, fornication, right? Immorality. He wants you to be drunk. He wants you to be sober. He wants you to not be judgmental. He wants you to be still. He wants you to be patient. He wants you to be loving. He wants you to have self-control. He wants you to be kind, and He wants you to be generous. And it's hard, y'all. It's not easy. As human beings, we like to get the easy way going, and that's where the destruction, and that's where it leads y'all to the pit of fire. Because we want the easy way. We want instant. He's there. He's literally right here. He's like right here listening to you. Just know that he's right here. He's literally right here. You have to just listen to him. You can't always ask him things and then you're not perceiving what he's saying. So it's like more so like you want, but you're not giving. You're not perceiving his word, but you want. You know what I mean? Reciprocate energy, y'all. With the Lord, with God, with Jesus. With people, when it comes to rude people and people trying to belittle you or they try to make you feel away, not just be silent. Be patient and be silent. Calm yourself. God got them. And I just want to let y'all know, thank y'all for listening. I love y'all genuinely. If there's anyone that's really listened to me, have made it this far because they love me and that they hear from me, be yourself, love yourself, get connected to Jesus, talk to God, and you're gonna be all right. You cool, you good. Like, he got you. He always had you since you was since you wasn't even thought of. And he got you. He know he know what your strongholds is. Give him all that. Give him your worries. Give him your anxious. Give him your depression. There's nothing in this world that can cure anything that you're going through but Jesus. And I just want to let y'all know that. All right? I love y'all. 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 Y'all are everything. Y'all are special. Y'all are unique. Y'all are beautiful. Keep going. You got this. You got this. Whatever you're doing, if you think it's wrong, it's okay. Talk to Jesus. Talk to God. That's what he wants. That's what he's like. Yes. Talk to him. Everything gonna be all right. You good. It's okay. I love you. Jesus love you. God got you. I pray that I can motivate you to be better, to be wiser, to be stronger, to be patient, and to be loving, and to be kind, and to have self-control. You got this. All right? My name is Ruh-Sean. I go, or you know me as RJ, or the person that you see walking down the street, whatever case might be. I love y'all. Thank you for listening, and I'm out. Okay, thank you.